What surprising Southern African delicacy stood out as Andrew Zimmern's favorite dish from Bizarre Foods? We spoke with him about it. Keep watching for the answer. Andrew Zimmern is known for his wildly entertaining, inspirational food shows. With the launch of his latest show, Family Dinner, on Magnolia Network, Zimmern is furthering his mission of putting a family meal in every episode of every TV show he makes. And while Family Dinner is certainly capturing the attention of viewers across the country, it's also making us reflect and look back on the incredible work Zimmern has done over the years. Perhaps his most well-known show is Bizarre Foods, and with 350 episodes over 12 years, it's not hard to understand why. Zimmern's goal with Bizarre Foods was to inspire and encourage patience, tolerance, and understanding of other cultures across the world, and he humbly did that through sharing food. But what was the best thing Zimmern ate throughout the span of hundreds of episodes? Luckily, we got to find out. During an exclusive interview with Mashed, Zimmern dished on the most memorable, delicious thing he ate while hosting the iconic culinary travel show, which saw him eat in every corner of the world, from Vietnam to Ecuador and everywhere in between. With 350 episodes spanning the globe, you can imagine Andrew Zimmern had the opportunity to explore and try plenty of unique foods. With that in mind, narrowing it down to one favorite dish was almost an impossible task. One episode took Zimmern to Ho Chi Minh City, where he spent the day eating around town, enjoying some of the best Vietnamese food he'd ever had.
I love the cuisine of that country. I had that same experience in Chengdu, China, and in Paris, France. The other cities that are real temples of gastronomy. To be able to have food in those places at that level of execution, or Queens, New York for that matter, is something that I will never, ever, ever forget. I think I'm the luckiest guy in the whole world.
But while he's had plenty of extraordinary eating experiences, Zimmern did note one standout. While traveling in Botswana, Zimmern witnessed the hunting of giant desert porcupines, weighing 80 to 100 pounds. The animal's quills were removed and used for jewelry and for tools. Meanwhile, the skin and fat layer was taken off the animal. Zimmern explained to Mashed what happened next.
They'd take the meat and bones and throw it in a tree and let it air dry. They would make soup with it later, or just throw meat and bone into the coals and cook it. But they would take this giant blanket of fur and skin and build this big fire, and when it was coals, they would throw it onto it. And they would let it blacken on both sides.
Once it was cooked, chunks were cut with a knife and handed out, and according to Zimmern, he still thinks it's the best thing he's eaten in his whole life. While desert porcupine ranks as Zimmern's favorite meal from his stint on Bizarre Foods, it of course wasn't the only one he enjoyed. According to an article Zimmern wrote for Travel Channel, there were a few other experiences that were memorable enough to be counted among his top-ranked meals, like horse mane sashimi in Japan, a donkey-tasting menu from a restaurant in Beijing, and the goat butter burger once served at his very own food truck in Minneapolis, Minnesota. All of these meals go above and beyond the worst things that Zimmern has ever had to stomach during his travels. The chef has a hard time with certain fruits throughout his travels, telling Food and Wine that bad fruit ranks as one of the worst things he consistently had to eat. These fruits don't hold a candle to the very worst thing Zimmern said he had to wolf down, though. Fermented, spoiled food like Iceland's haukarl ranks as his absolute least favorite thing to try. It's easy to understand this objection. Haukarl, a kind of fermented shark meat, smells strongly of urine, and many face eating this wind-dried fish as more of a challenge than as a culinary pleasure. To learn about family meals across the United States, check out Andrew Zimmern's Family Dinner, which is now available on Magnolia Network via Discovery+. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Mashed videos about your favorite TV chefs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.